And I guess I have a different way of dealing with what has happened. I have my own way of trying to get through the problems that we went through, the theft that we went through. And this is my way of doing it. I guess I'm opposite from others in how to deal with it.
When the Chancery Court of Delaware approved the reverse stock split commencing the theft of retail investors' ownership in AMC through Adam Aron and Citigroup's Project Popcorn, an investor uploaded a video directed at the SEC, the Chancery Court, and the main 5 influencers highlighted in the Heist of the Century series on this channel.
All money needs to go to AMC. Keep in mind, we are battling trillionaires, okay? Keep in mind of that. You can't just buy a few shares, hold, and think it's all good and everything else is going to fall into place. This isn't, now mind you, this play is going to happen. It's just a matter of when. Now, it could get there quicker if everybody was to be putting all their eggs into this, okay?
One of the supporting influencers to the 5 prominent AMC influencers, Philip Pitts, who also goes by the name of Phil For Real, originally spoke to all AMC investors back in 2021, telling them how to spend their money, made an attempt to invalidate the retail investors' video by altering the contents in order to reframe the true message behind it by denigrating the investor involved.
The following video may shock viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Have you seen this account on Twitter X or YouTube? As frightening as the photo seems, it seems the person behind the photo is even more than meets the eye. It is ran by this man, Email Mags. Why is his Twitter account created at the same time as a self-proclaimed digital terrorist named AlgoHack? It is clear. He is part of a digital terrorist organization, and he has his sights set on harassing.
Months pass, and a person by the name of Sean Tabor, a non-CDL truck driver working at U.S. Foods in Kansas, applies a hasty generalization argument to the defrauded retail investors in AMC, attempting to come together through their own share count, implying that everyone involved had violent intent toward Adam Aron, instead of an equitable share count, including the investor who made the video voicing his disgust over the Chancery Court's ruling in favor of Project Popcorn.
Is how many threats does it take to make a riot? Because I know Ethan likes to advertise anytime he gets this idea refreshed into his head of a peaceful protest at AMC. But if anything has been made clear by that audio clip from Thursday, he is not opposed to the idea of violence, and his compatriots are more than willing to execute on that violence.
Tabor tagged Philip Pitts in the video as one of the people in danger of the group of investors. Philip Pitts searched and discovered the identity of the investor in the video, calling the main number of the facilities management department at the University of Arizona, leaving a threatening voicemail. The message was delivered to the investor via email on January 24th, 2024. Authorities were then notified.
Good day. You have an employee by the name of this person, as I understand, works for the 8th department. This person that I'm referring to has been harassing retail investors for almost a year now, and we're tired of it. So we think at this point you need to tell him to stop harassing us online, or else we will take legal action. Have a good day.
What's going on, Ape Nation? You still holding? I know you still holding. You're still holding. I got a message for a particular shill out there that wants to dox retail investors, put out their personal information for no reason. You just want to put out all this information, and you want to sit there and use it to harass us with it. Well, I'm going to give you a message, homie. I got your real name. I got your phone number. I got your address. I know what city and state you in. I got your supervisor's number. So, if you don't know by now, better get familiar, homie.
A lot has happened within the last 24 hours. I asked this person that will not give up on harassing me, who yesterday made a video saying that he had my name, my address, phone number, my supervisor's name. It was basically a veiled threat on his video, and then he proceeded to call my work, harass me there, and then accuse me of harassment while he was harassing me at work. A few days ago, I had asked this person to remove the other defaming video that he edited. He took a video I made and he edited it to make it look like I was making a threat. So I asked him to take it down, and it was not removed. So it's still up there dragging my name in the mud. I've never made any threats to anybody, and anything I post is always public. I don't go any deeper than that. It's not like I go searching the dark web. It's not like I hired a private investigator. This was all available online, so it's not considered doxing by the law. And my concern is not only for myself, but for the safety of my colleagues, the safety for the faculty, the safety for everyone around the university. We're almost always on edge over there. And then when you get a threat like this, it's something that goes beyond the internet. And the person wants to reach out into my real life. Just because I happen to hold AMC and I'm concerned about the people that were causing the pump and dump. I have to protect myself because of the threats this man has made to me and to the university by extension. It's horrible. It's a horrible time for me. I barely slept. So if that's what they wanted to do, is strike fear into my life, they've done it.
Part of Philip Pitt's animus towards this particular retail investor was accusing him of doxing presumably the 5 prominent influencers closely associated with him. In his first harassing, stalking call, Pitts said possibly an indication that the influencers aided Pitts with their involvement in attempting to get the investor fired from his job. When it comes to doxing any of them, Kat Stryker's name was revealed via public information in an article about her investment into AMC. A user by the name of Darth Vader revealed the identity of Anthony Franzetti as Tony DeNaro using public records. To his densely applied credit, Marcel Kalinovic, known as Boss Blunts, has never hid his identity or location. Thomas Smallbone, aka Thomas James, was revealed by Marantz Rants through public record. 2 others received the Vader treatment. Pitt's close friend in Adam Aron's Project Popcorn scheme, Brian Reese, and Philip Pitts himself, when Vader cited Pitts' abhorrent misogynistic domestic violence behavior also through public records. If the influencers attempted to aid Pitts in destroying the life of the retail investor is valid, they did so under many false accusations. They suspected the investor of being part of a terrorist organization, not retracting the video after learning the truth, and accused the investor of doxing people via public information. Unfortunately, for those not familiar with how the mechanics of upper levels of primary, secondary, and post-secondary education works, valid research and asking questions are part of the curriculum. To the oblivious, it translates as harassment. The cybersecurity professionals at Norton had this to say about doxing.
Many people believe that drawing attention to public information is a form of doxing. It is not. Anyone can publish information that is publicly available online or in public records. This includes arrest records, court documents, marriage certificates, voter registration, driving violations, property records, business registration, and divorce records.
When Pitt said,
harass us with it,
he could have also meant Sean Tabor, who levied the same accusations toward the investor because his account on Facebook displayed readily available public information for all to see. It may do both people well into the future that they adhere to the following rudimentary advice by Norton.
Delete social media profiles that aren't in use. Don't antagonize others. Be careful how much you share online. Update privacy settings.
Pitts retained the number of the employee investor's work phone, calling him twice during the evening of January 27, 2024.
me, motherfucker.
You're no different than the white that's claiming that she got raped. That's you piece of shit, you boy.
The next day, Sean Tabor made a video mocking the investor for making the video expressing his concerns over the market manipulation in AMC. On February the 2nd, Tabor made a second video targeting the same investor. Another call came to the central offices at Facilities Management and to the work phone of the individual investor in AMC, without revealing their voice, so ostensibly it was unknown at the time who took the threats to the university further. The call took audio excerpts from an exchange between two unknown accounts on Twitter who continued to attack the individual investor online as he searched for answers. Frustrated and angry of their incessant cyberbullying, the investor expressed his fomenting wrath towards them. The caller used the exchange to defame the investor, like Pitts to his employer, but escalated it to ambiguously imply the possibility of anything happening to the university if they did not comply.
Hello, I am Batman. The following voicemail you're to hear comes from your employee who has been harassing retail investors every day for the past year. It's time you listen and stop trying to save him. Otherwise, I will respond to the bat signals. Anywho, here it is.
Go on my YouTube channel and look. Why don't you research it for yourself? You know why? Because you're too lazy to do it. That's why. It's easy for you because you're halfway around the world. And you think you're some badass because you're young. You can lie all you want. Lie all you want. I don't care if you're bored. I don't care. You want to be like some privileged ass clown over in New Zealand? Go ahead. I could care less. I'll keep saying them. I'll keep yelling. I'll keep screaming. I'll keep calling people out for all the false bullshit, all the lying, all the deceit that you're spreading.
So as you can hear, your employee cannot stop calling and harassing retail investors who spent their own money on a stock. Yet this man goes on the internet spreading personal information of retail investors online. This could lead to legal trouble for him and you. If you continue to help him, we will expose the University of Arizona of harboring a repeat offender of harassment, defamation, slander, libel, and extortion. He's attempting to retail investors share amounts to illegal short sellers who are bankrupting the country by minute before everyone finds out. So yes, he is helping illegal short sellers to extort everyday hardworking retail investors. We will make this bigger than it needs to be.
The investor was summoned to a meeting with Associate Vice President of Facilities Management, Christopher Kopek, where he scolded the employee for making stock market expose videos, ultimately telling him that, "I really don't care about the situation and the threats received." Then asking, "Who's Sean Tabor?" Tabor takes another swipe at the individual investor, first with a bizarre non sequitur and false equivocation argument, but then degraded his stance into a string of insults. The key moment comes toward the middle of the video, where Tabor plays the same audio used to threaten the investor and the University of Arizona, placing Sean Tabor as the second person, threatening the investor's job and quite possibly his life, his colleagues' lives, and the university staff.
And of another tiger group to command, of which he immediately attacked the British and Canadians head-on a clear day, over open ground, and was immediately killed. And that is the true legacy of Michael Whitman, and in its own way, the true legacy of fascism and the type of men it produces.
And now that you have gotten all that blowback, you're cowering like the little bitch you are. Hey, here's a pro tip for you. How about you just call your service provider and change your number? It's really not that hard and it costs you nothing and the phone calls go away. But that, would take a modicum of intelligence from someone who clearly has none. And hey, if you don't want to be harassed, how about you stop harassing people on the internet? There's a good start.
I'm not abusing anybody. I'm telling you facts. Go on my YouTube channel and look. Why don't you research it for yourself? You know why? Because you're too fucking lazy to do it. That's why. It's easy for you because you're halfway around the world and you think you're some badass because you're young. It doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Get off my dick, fuckface. Attacking the AMC investors. I'm attacking the stupid ass investors. The stupid ass investors like you that keep pushing a false narrative on people, trying to suck them into the stock when it's already like at $1 something right now. Go ahead and keep sucking that old man's dick.
And I am just so scared of his little hashtag campaign that he's doing on Twitter and YouTube, tagging a bunch of government agencies that, in all likelihood,
don't give a shit about his bitching, moaning, and whining. Is he one of these abusers that does the victim game thing when he gets caught being a piece of shit? Well, guess what? I know he's not going to like the comparison, but I don't give a shit because it's accurate. Personally though, this is the last video I'm doing on him because while I'm moving on to bigger and better things and growing my channel, his continues to stagnate as it becomes more and more apparent what kind of person actually is.
On October 29, 2022, 3 faculty members were shot and killed at the University of Arizona Nursing School by a former student. The university, though an excellent institution for higher learning in the state, received previous threats from the killer and could have prevented the tragedy. 20 years later, in the same month, on October 5, 2022, Professor Thomas Mexner was murdered by a former student, Murad Dervash. Again, the university ignored the threats to prevent the death of Professor Mexner. The first of larger documentaries about Project Popcorn appears on this channel, exposing Aron, the AMC Board of Directors, Citigroup, and Aron's social media influencers. Tabor then makes a 3-hour video in an effort to refute the contents of Heist of the Century, Project Popcorn, with 2 people mentioned in the second documentary, one Mason under fraud. Both Platinum Sparkles and Amy Reimer Pitts, known as That Girl Trader, all presenting themselves as everyday retail investors. But Platinum Sparkles had sufficient connections to interview SEC Chairman Gary Gensler, former high-speed trader and Citadel employee Dave Lauer, and former Citadel employee and ex-FTX president Brett Harrison. Amy Pitts has been rumored to be connected with infamous short seller Doug Sifu. It leaves Sean Tabor's connection unaccounted for as to why he has been persistently attacking retail investors, lawyers fighting for retail, and anyone else he disagrees with by insulting them, harassing them, and defaming them with no one but X finally fed up with his proliferation of willfully poisoning civil discourse. The retail investor in this video asked Google to remove the video defaming his character, but once they were taken down, Tabor re-uploaded them in defiance of their strict, unregulated policies. To this day, Tabor perpetually tags the investor whenever he wants to harass him, but decries harassment himself, often with no substantive argument, but with the familiar mixture of insults, pestering, and misleading information about character, while sometimes using different accounts with the investor's full name, adding a vulgar, discriminatory, homophobic reference behind it, with pages and pages of similar cyberbullying content that only the most debased person would consider ethical. If objectively looking at the record of this presentation and the characters of both, with the provable evidence provided, one can see that Philip Pitts has done everything he charged the individual investor with, and more. Days after the release of AMC One Nation Under Fraud, Pitts doubled down, uploading the video earlier claiming the investor was part of a digital terrorist organization, but unfortunately decided it was a good idea to physically threaten the investor again.
You don't like it, pull up then. It's the same message. Because the way that y'all acting right now on this puss-ass internet, you are very lucky that I have patience. You are very lucky that I have patience for the Moaz. Now, I can't speak about what happened after the Moaz. Boy, it's gonna be a whole lot of weird shit happening around these parts. A whole lot of weird shit gonna be happening. That's all I'm gonna say. You out here breaking laws. You out here about to get sued by a fuck ton of people. But you can't assassinate my character. I'm still a funny guy. But when you talk shit and you doing it way across wherever the fuck you at, you feel me? I mean, I don't know, man. Ain't nowhere my little dudes can't reach. Just know that. But nah, post Moaz, we about to have fun, y'all. Everybody found out that your account was made the same time as fucking Algo Hack, a fucking digital terrorist that's claiming that, oh, I can spook the market when I want to. Oh, I can do high frequency trading and make your stock go down. He's saying all of this on space calls. We coming for your heads though. Let's believe that. Everybody that should be scared is scared. Not me, I'm outside with my little duets. And like I said, freedom. I'm in a world where I can go anywhere. Just know that. Anyways, did you hear him? Oh my gosh, he told us to pull up. Boy, shut your ass up, man.
And Sean Tabor's brand is that of a person attempting to monetize and capitalize on fleeting pseudo fame without any true experience or formal background to speak of, beside the fragile proliferation of indolent, conflating polemics cloaked conspicuously as the harassment, defamation with slander and libel and threats of violence he has accused others of. The catalog of his videos, tweets, posts, and commentary provides a panoply of self-incriminating evidence that he has premeditatively targeted retail investors in various stocks, some that Doug Sifu, the CEO of Virtu Financial, has been accused of illegally shorting, and his other media displays a desire to sway public opinion on court cases attempting justice within the stock market, hoping that his voice may ruin the lives of fellow United States citizens. Why no one has taken the task of suing Sean Tabor for his blatant actions against the livelihood of other people and to public institutions is a subject that should be approached by the right people, willing to stop the deleterious harm he is causing.